Hello, JWR here, and I told you so. Let me explain more in depth on why I'm saying this. When Panzer Dragon, Red Mercy, and a few other YouTubers sung praises about the Akali tank tank build from Korea, everyone was singing praises about it. They explained why it worked and why they love it. That's great. That's fine. That's good. That's dandy. But I pretty much told everybody, from Red to Pants to everybody, I said, look, it's going to be the Oprah syndrome. Mage is going to be tanks. ADC is going to be tanks. Tank's going to be tanks. Bruiser is going to be tanks. Assassin's going to be tanks. Everyone can be a tank. Because that's what's going to happen. Now, I kind of foresaw this a little bit when I saw people building Teemo as a tank. Ergo, Tankmo. And normally that's like a troll build just to mess with people. But that was a little bit of a warning, because after all, Teemo is a marksman assassin. Oh look, an assassin that's building tank. What a shock. Akali builds tank, and everyone sings praises because it's a Korean-made build. It's a Korean build! Oh my god, it's the best build out there! And guess what happened? That build gets applied to other champions that don't have to worry about much of anything for damage. You put a couple damage items and, well, build Tank Fizz. That's a thing. Build Tank Echo. That's a thing. Because they have things that do percent damage. So why bother building extra damage? Well, what's the point? You do percent damage, so just do that. Katarina technically can be like Akali. You can build tank on her. You build tank on any assassin. Not to build a tank on any mage. Build tank on any tank. Build tank on any bruiser. Build tank on any ADC. Build tank on anything. And Red finally got to see what I foresaw. He's starting to see it now more. Because Echoes are building tanks. Fizzes are building tanks. And no assassins are building as assassins. They're just building as tanks. They're all demi-tanks. They're pretty much all taking what I consider the Vi build. For those of you who don't know how I play Vi, I have a couple offense items and a bunch of defense. Well, I usually have like 3 and 3. I try to break it up. But the way I build Vi is mainly a tank breaker. I've developed her items solely for killing tanks. That's it. That's her whole goal. If you can kill tanks within 3 seconds, that's what she's supposed to do. That's how I build her. Now, this is more of a problem to the players, because, again, if it comes from Korea and it works, it's the best out there! Let me give you another quick example. I suck at ADC. I fail hard at ADC. You put me in an ADC role, you have lost that game. Period. I don't care who I'm using. The best I've done so far is with Sivir and Misfortune. Well, Jhin, but that's hit or miss. Every time I play Jhin, there's another Jhin on the other side who's played him like ever. Go figure. But the point stands. If I'm not one of those 3 for ADC, I'm not trying to feed, but I suck with ADC. I suck at that role. But I brought it up to many people. I'm like, wait, you're using Lucian? Or Lucian? Lucian? Whatever, I don't see an H in there, so it's Lucian. So, why aren't you building Black Cleaver? And of course, people would be like, you're a dumbass. ADCs don't build Black Cleaver. That item is specifically for Darius. Specifically. Like, yeah, but it would still work. Your ult is a multi-hit. It would work. If you use an ability, like if you dash in, you get 2 shots on the person. You're still cracking armor. Why aren't you doing that? And, of course, everyone and their brother. You're an idiot. You're dumb. Oh, lo and behold, a little while in Season 6, and we got a Korean build for Lucian. And lo and behold, Black Cleaver is a core item. Seems the Koreans like my idea. But let me get back to the point. I am pretty much Nostradamus of League. Everything I have said ahead of time seems to have started coming across. Why don't you build assassins? Hell, I built Katarina as a tank before Akali was a tank. It's just a thing. I am the the Nostradamus of League. But you're only a silver. Yeah, I'm only a silver, but I see this shit coming. And I ask, why don't people try this? It works. Just because I suck at a role doesn't mean it doesn't work. And of course, the Korean build proves me right. Like assassins being in plate mail. Yeah, that's a thing. But I've been proven right, as annoyed as I am about that. I haven't said I'm annoyed about it. And Red sees what I'm talking about now, so I'm pretty sure he's annoyed by it, because assassins don't build assassins. It's pointless. Build tank. But all that aside, Season 6 is the season of the high rank, the high elo, because the whole dynamic queue is based on the high elo. And I think I know what happened with Riot here. I think I know why they stopped the solo queue and is focusing solely on the high elo, even though they themselves admit at the round table that dynamic queue sucks. I think I know why. I think I figured this out. It's because they are looking for more talent and new talent, because let's face it, some of the members of the teams that are out there now that are super popular are starting to wean off. A couple went to just broadcasting YouTube and Twitch and Hitbox and all that. Some are doing announcements or being an announcer. So they're starting to lose their talent to other things. Like Jerry the King Lawler in WWE. He used to be a wrestler, then he moved to the announcement table. He's no longer technically a wrestler. He can, but he's not technically a wrestler. He's an announcer. You see what happened. You can only have talent for so long before they get tired of being talent for that. They either want to go do something else, or want to try to be known for something else, or whatever. Don't know. It happens. This is why Michael Jordan got tired of playing freaking basketball and tried golf, and he tried baseball too, and wow. Anyway, Bo Jackson, he was not. But let's move along. Because right now focuses on the high elo, they are pretty much slamming the casuals. And of course, this also comes back to backhand some of the YouTubers. Soulwolf, for example, he can't do his break the meta. He can't. Because it's based off of solo queue reactions. He can't do that anymore. Because there's no solo queue, so no more Soulwolf. No more break the meta. Good going, right? And there's other people who have thrown a fit about this. And that's fine. Like I said, I'm not worried about my rank. I wanted to see where I was in general, so. But here's where the problems progressed. While Riot is favoring and wanting to cater to the higher elo, kind of like what people were saying about WoW catering only to the hardcore raiders, you can't cater to one side and forsake the other and expect everything to hold just fine. No. Because even the high elo players are still saying the same thing about dynamic queue. It sucks, they don't like it. But it doesn't matter. At least the professionals aren't, I don't know, doing in-house stuff to practice with other people. Oh wait, they are. Huh. Well, at least the professionals say dynamic queue is awesome. Oh wait, they don't. So this whole thing to help the higher elo, like I said, it's nothing more than talent scouting. That's all it is. Talent scouting. See if they can pull anyone from NXT up to Raw, to put it in wrestling terms. That's all this is. That's all this is. Season 6 is pretty much NXT time. Riot's looking at this, it's NXT time. We need more talent. Who can we grab and settle into a team, or pick up to put into a team, and bring them up to our Riot roster, to our Raw roster? Who can we get? That is what Season 6 is right now. By pretty much their own admission. Because again, it's based solely for the high elo. Now what does this have to do with Blizzard and Overwatch? Quite a lot, actually. because a lot of people who are leaving League are going to Overwatch. Matches last 10 minutes or less, and that's if the matches are equal skilled. 10 minutes would be the extreme latest, usually, unless heaven forbid something happen. But in Overwatch, 10 minutes, longest match you'll have. In League, yeah, equal skill match can last anywhere from 20 minutes to over an hour. If it's equal skill, settle in for the long haul, baby. But again, that's not a major problem. Overwatch is an FPS MOBA blend. It's pretty much playing a colorful Call of Duty with MOBA elements short of farming. And that's fine. That's great. Not everyone likes farming. Everyone doesn't like trying to level up their character to fight other people. And Overwatch is nice enough to omit these things. It's just skill the character. Have at. Skill the character. Have at. You build up your ultimate and use it, and good. And there we go. Merry Christmas. And people like that sort of thing. It's quick, it's fast, it's to the point. In 10 minutes or less, you're done. Awesome. Who does Overwatch cater to? Everybody. You pay for the game, you're good to go. Have at. Merry Christmas to you. Shoot everyone in the face. Have at. And this is where the problem comes in. If you're not Challenger level or Master level in League, you've pretty much been looked at as nothing more than a filthy casual to them. It doesn't matter if you're a YouTuber or not. It doesn't matter to them. They only are worried about the high elo because they are treating this as NXT. They need new talent to come up for the ranks. And they want more people for the Raw and SmackDown rosters. But they can't assess it with solo queue. Because you gotta be able to work with other people and whatnot. Which is why dynamic queue is sticking. Are they gonna bring back solo queue? No. No, they're not. Because they want to continue looking out for talent. Yeah. So, Riot kind of screwed the pooch on that one. But do they care? No, I'm just a server. I don't know any better. Like I said, it's not like professionals are doing the same thing and warning about this, and it's not like other people are saying the same thing and doing things about it. Nope. I'm just an Nostradamus. I don't foresee shit. Except for the Lucian build. The MF build pretty much was Lucian build because, like I said, the ult is a multi-hit. If you're an AD and you have a multi-strike anything, Black Cleaver works great with you. I digress. The reason why Blizzard's Overwatch is probably going to not catch up to overtake League, but it will do very well against League because, one, you have to pay for the game. So that tells you that there's interest. They pay for the game. Two, it's a skill-based game. It's based on your ability to center the screen and shoot or use your abilities, depending. The better you can use your abilities, the more proficient your team get. The more proficient you get, but the better your team does, usually. And we put this side by side with League, where it doesn't matter how freaking good you are with, say, Riven. If you can't 1v5 the entire enemy team, you're going to have a problem. You're going to have a bad time. But again, it's not like they can go to solo queue and practice. Oh, wait, they can't. Meanwhile, in Overwatch, you just go. You just go. Go. Ah, there's a match found. Go have at. Now, of course, like all matchmaking, it's problemed pretty bad, actually. I have a level 86 super Hanzo. I'm at 86, and you're level 3. I know everything about the game, you know nothing, and I'm going to punish you horribly for it. Oh, look, it's just like League. I'm a level 30 summoner who's a challenger, and you are a silver 5. I've won more games than you've even played. And I'm on my main. Go home, Silver. Go home, Silver. Just go home. Go home. Oh, you're gonna try to dead. Oh, you're actually here. That's adorable. And that's what some of the people had a problem with in League is you can be a really good silver player. You can be really good. You can be top notch. You can be a really good silver player. But the challenger smacks you down, and guess what? Everyone thinks you're garbage because you can't beat a challenger. And then when they start losing to the person, because, well, guess what? They fed off of you. Because you can't beat a challenger by yourself, or with 2 to 3 people, or 4, or your entire team. Because you can't beat a challenger, they get mad at you. Because that's how League works. You failed the team. It doesn't matter that the challenger has so much more skill than you. It doesn't matter that. You just failed the team. You failed. This is a team, you failed it. Just stay by the tower. Yeah, okay. Doesn't always work, but whatever. It's not like challengers don't know how to tower dive. Oh, wait, they do. And that's the problem that people have in League. Yeah, you have all this fancy rank and all that, but when there's a higher rank, pretty much with their main and having a heyday, and then you have like a bronze who's trying to fight them, it ends horribly. Well, the bronze is bad. Yeah, but they can't learn jack because they just get stomped. That's like saying, I got shot in the head. What'd you learn? Not to get shot in the head. How do you avoid getting shot in the head? I don't know. Let me ask the enemy who's still shooting at me. How does that work? But, again, that's Riot's logic right now. And I love them to death, but their logic is vastly flawed. But, again, matchmaking, it's an algorithm. Normally they don't put bronze against challengers. They normally don't do that. But like I said, Season 6 on will pretty much be NXT. I hate to bring it up to you guys. It's NXT. Everyone is in the NXT locker room just doing their thing, no matter what your rank is. But if you're a challenger or master, they got an eye on you. You are up-and-coming talent, and we might want to enlist you into our Raw roster. Meanwhile, Overwatch is just like, hey, come play. Do you have rank? No, you don't want to. We don't have to worry about rank. Just go on over, shoot a couple people, have some fun, have a good time. Hell, we don't even tell you what your immediate score is, so people don't yell and throw a fit. You just have fun, just play, learn, have a good time. And even if the match starts dragging on, it'll drag on to maybe 10 minutes, and you'll be done. And you will never have to see those people again if you don't want to. Just have fun. While League is going, we need more people. Do good or go home, you filthy casuals. And that's pretty much how people are looking at it. Even the professionals are going away from on this dynamic queue bullshit. But again, I seem to repeat myself, but again, it's nothing more than the NXT locker room. That is what League is now. If you're not professional, all you are, hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you're just in the NXT locker room. You might be fortunate enough to one time play with Shawn Michaels or The Undertaker. You might even get a chance to mingle with The Rock. That would be great. But remember this, you are nothing more than a filthy casual. And until you are picked up into the Raw roster and picked up into the SmackDown roster, you are nothing more than an NXT jobber in the eyes of Riot. This is Double R. I'm out.